Most people think wealth arrives with flashing neon signs, the luxury car, the high-rise apartment, the expensive vacations. But real wealth, it sneaks up on you. There's a moment when you realize you're no longer worrying about the things you used to. Bills get paid without stress. Small emergencies don't shake you. Money moves differently in your life, not because you suddenly won the lottery, but because something inside you changed. It doesn't happen overnight. Wealth is built in the background, in the quiet moments, in the habits and decisions you make every single day. You don't always notice it happening, but if you're starting to experience certain shifts in the way you think, spend, and move through the world, you might already be getting rich without even realizing it. Most people are caught in a cycle. They trade time for money, spend what they earn, and repeat. But at some point, something changes. You start thinking less about how much you make and more about how much you keep and how it grows. You stop obsessing over price tags and start focusing on value. Instead of looking for the cheapest option, you think about what will last longer, what will pay off in the long run. It's not about being frugal, it's about making smarter choices. You realize that every dollar you spend is a vote for the kind of future you want. Then something else happens. You start ignoring lifestyle inflation. When most people make more money, they spend more. They upgrade their car, their house, their wardrobe, always chasing the next status symbol. But if you find yourself earning more, yet keeping your lifestyle the same, that's a sign that your mindset has shifted. You understand that real wealth isn't about looking rich. It's about having financial security, freedom, and choices. And once you start seeing money that way, you can never go back. But there's another sign, one that has nothing to do with spending, but everything to do with how you view your time. And if this is happening to you, it means you're further along the wealth-building journey than you think. There's a moment when you realize money is no longer your primary concern, time is. At some point in your wealth-building journey, something shifts. You stop obsessing over how to make more money right now and start thinking about how to free up your time in the future. You no longer chase small, short-term rewards. You think in years. Years, not weeks. Most people are stuck in a cycle of trading time for money. They believe working longer hours, picking up extra shifts, or grinding through side hustles is the only way to get ahead. But when you start building real wealth, you begin to ask a different question. How can I make money work for me instead of always working for money? And then you start making different decisions. You begin prioritizing investments over paychecks. You realize that putting money into assets, whether it's stocks, real estate, a business, or even learning a new skill, pays you for years to come, while a paycheck only pays you once. Maybe you started automating your savings and investments without even thinking about it. Maybe you own assets that generate cash flow, like dividends, rental income, or an online business that runs itself. The key is, you're no longer relying solely on your labor to make money. And that's when something else happens. You stop exchanging your time for things that don't matter. Look around at the people still trapped in financial stress. They waste hours clipping coupons to save a few dollars. Yet they ignore the fact that their biggest expense is their lack of financial education. They work endless overtime, but never take time to learn how to invest. They stay busy, but they're not actually moving forward. But you've started thinking differently. You value your time too much to waste it chasing small savings or quick cash. Instead, you're focused on making your money multiply over time. Maybe you've even started delegating. Instead of doing everything yourself, you realize paying for convenience or outsourcing tasks frees up your time to focus on more valuable opportunities. This is something the wealthy understand deeply. Their time is worth more than money. The moment you start seeing your time as more valuable than a few extra dollars, you're already ahead. And if that's happening to you, then the final sign is probably creeping into your life as well. It has nothing to do with how much money you have right now, and everything to do with the way you see risk and opportunity. And this one, it's what truly separates the wealthy from everyone else. At some point, you realize you don't think about money the way most people do anymore. You're not stressed about how to make a quick buck. You're not obsessed with looking rich. You're not chasing the latest get-rich-quick scheme. Instead, you're playing a completely different game. One where wealth is built strategically, patiently, and intelligently. You have stopped thinking in terms of, how much do I make? And started asking, how much do I keep, invest, and multiply? While others are focused on spending their money as soon as they get it, you've shifted your focus to growing it. You have built habits that quietly make you wealthier every day. Whether it's investing automatically, avoiding debt traps, or simply making smarter financial decisions. And there's something else. You're no longer dependent on just one income stream. Most people rely on a single paycheck from their job, and if that disappears, they're in trouble. But if you've started building investments, businesses, or multiple sources of income, you've already created a safety net that most people will never have. It doesn't mean you're a millionaire yet. It doesn't mean you have everything figured out, but it does mean you're on a different financial path than most. And here's the real proof. Money doesn't stress you out like it used to. You might not be rich yet, but you're not worried about money the same way most people are. You know that no matter what happens, you have the skills, knowledge, and habits to build wealth over time. That's a level of financial security that money alone can't buy. It's something you earn through smart decisions and consistent action. And this is where everything changes. At some point, you stop thinking about money as a problem to solve and start seeing it as a tool that gives you freedom, choices, and the ability to design life on your own terms. That's what wealth really is. Not just a number in a bank account, not flashy cars or designer clothes. It's the quiet confidence that comes from knowing you're in control of your financial future. So if you recognize these signs in yourself, don't ignore them. You're already on the right path. At this point, you might realize something. Wealth isn't just about numbers, it's about control. The ability to choose how you spend your time, to say no to things that don't serve you, and to create opportunities instead of waiting for them. Most people spend their entire lives chasing money, but the truly wealthy? They build systems where money works for them. They understand that real financial success isn't about luck. It's about making small, smart choices consistently over time. If you've recognized any of these shifts happening in your own life, you're already ahead of the game. Keep stacking good habits, keep making intentional financial moves, and keep playing the long-term game. And now, I want to hear from you. What's one financial habit you've changed that made the biggest impact on your life? Drop a comment below and let's talk about it. And if this video helped you see money differently, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because the best investment you can make is in your own financial education.